What do you call a boat full of polite football players? A sportsmanship. Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Xaereth Prevails. Man, let's start a new account. We've got a lot to talk about. I'm going to show you guys what I'm going to do. This could potentially turn into a new player's guide kind of soon. So I would welcome feedback. I would really appreciate it. Don't forget, guys, at the same time I'm posting this, I'm also posting another new era kit about Chewbacca and Yoda, and it'll be great. I'll link that in the video description, and it's the fourth in that series that I've been doing. No one's been watching them, so I might stop, but we'll see. I'll do it this time. Huge shout out to my patrons, by the way. You guys are awesome, and I couldn't do this without you. And just a reminder to hit the thumbs up button, and please subscribe, guys. I would really appreciate it. I bet you aren't subscribed. I challenge you to check, because actually a lot of people think they are and they aren't. So anyways, let's get to it, guys. We actually have a ton to discuss. So first, let's go to my new account. It's called XaerBear. That's right. It's a wonderful place. It's shout out to our good buddy who quit playing a long time ago, Mudbum. He's the one who came up with it a long time ago. He called me XaerBear, and that's what it's called now. So, what's going on with this new account? As you'll notice, I'm already at 1.36 million GP. It's an insane number. So how did I get that fat? So first off, a lot of people are going to ask, is this a free-to-play account? A lot of people really want me to play a free-to-play account, and I'm just not going to do it, guys. This is my fourth account, and even though I realize that some content creators make new accounts that are free-to-play, and they're very serious about it, they take it very seriously. I care a little bit more about just understanding what the early game is like, and not necessarily having to trudge through a huge amount of really onerous, stupid farming when I could avoid it with $50. I haven't even spent $50 yet, but I have bought a number of packs. So first I want to tell you guys what packs I've purchased so that you can understand. First off, there's going to be a bunch of new player packs that are, in the store at some point, that you can use, that they're $2 each, and they have 1,000 crystals, and they get a bunch of teams up to like 4 stars. All right, so I spent I think I bought about 5 of those. There were 5 or 6. I'm calling it 5 just so that I'm optimistic, or just stupid. So a bunch of $2 packs. I did buy. So one of my favorite things in this account currently, guys, I spent the money on a $5 Relic 9 Clone Wars Chewie, and a $5 Relic 9 cup. They don't have mods yet. They don't have a Datacron, but no Datacrons yet. But they are climbing in Arena really nicely. If I ever get a turn. Well, honestly, ever since I got this Chewie, he hasn't been it hasn't been that great. But here, let's just hit auto. So what else did I buy? I bought the hyperdrive bundle. I wasn't going to do that initially, but I decided after there was like this weird glitch on buying or like once you get to like the ships section of your grind, they want you to go into like look at your mace fleet, and it stops it entirely. Because it becomes an endless loop. It's a bug. And so to get out of that, I found a way to buy the hyperdrive bundle, and that erased the bug because it kind of fast forwarded the account. And so I bought that. I was gonna buy it eventually. And then I bought the other one that I got that I wasn't sure if I was gonna get. Someone in my chat decided to buy it for me. So apparently I'm susceptible to that. It's the Shadows of the Empire. It's the Shadows of the Empire thing. It's a light speed bundle, and I guess the way you get it, Like you click here, you click on either Thrawn or look at me, I'm Grand Admiral Thrawn. But you click on either Thrawn or Emperor Palpatine in the journey guide. You click shop for requirements, and with this big list of things you can buy, there's also a $10 pack that gets a ton of your rebels and 4 of your ships, which is really actually really strong. Up to 7-star Relic 3, and so I bought that because it's humongously helpful for $10. One of the best values you can get. And then that's it. That's all the money I've spent so far. So I think that's $40 or $45 total. I don't intend to spend more, except the one thing I am gonna do, guys, and that won't be soon, really. I don't have the mods for it anyways, but I will eventually, because I don't have the soul. I don't have enough of my soul remaining to to farm the stupid First Order and Resistance farms that have such little overlap for all the other Galactic Legends. So I'll eventually buy these packs, the Finalizer and the Supreme Leader Kylo. I think I need both of them. I don't remember, but I'll do that for Kylo and Rey, and then I think I'll be done buying Lightspeed bundles. Like, you know, there's a ton of options. Like, I'm not going to, for instance, you have this as an option. You can buy the Starkiller pack for $50, and it gives you his 4 friends up to Relic 5 right away. Those would be really useful, but I'm not going to spend $50. Like, for 4 characters, if I get like 15 Relic 3s for $10, that's awesome. That's an amazing deal, and I'll do that. So otherwise, other spending I'll do, I might buy the pass. You guys can let me know in the comments what you would like to see from me in that regard. I could go either way, buying the pass for this account or not. I would be fine being a mostly free-to-play account that just buys, like, you know, really smart packs every once in a while. So anyways, that's stuff that is going on here. Let's see. So early challenges for this account have been, here, I wrote them down, guys. Isn't that cool? You can still write things down. You don't have to type everything. Did you know that? So first off, fleet struggles are real. You want to get the Zeta mission, and to do that, you have to get a 7-star Executrix. But to get a 7-star Executrix, you have to have a bunch of 6-star dark side ships, or maybe it's even 7-star now. Now I'm just totally spacing. I think you need 7-star. So you need a bunch of 7-star dark side ships. I don't have that yet. And then you have to get maybe it's just 6-star, and then, well, yeah, and then you have to get you have to go into this Executrix. Yeah, so you need 6. You need a bunch of 6-star. Maybe just a few of these at 6-star dark side ships. And you have to have Executrix. So anyways, if you want, you're still getting Zetas actually for the lower level mission, but of course you want to maximize on those Zetas. With that Shadows of the Empire bundle that I got, I actually was able to get this Home 1 fleet and this Endurance fleet. So now they're actually on active farm right now. Like, yeah, I'm at 55 out of 100. Like, it'll just take a few more days because these appear every single day until you've got it all the way farmed. So pretty soon I'll have a couple 7-star ships, which, I mean, they're obviously early game, but kind of nice. You want to get Smugglers Run right away. I don't have any Smugglers on the account, really, not that many, so we need to work on that. Mods and credits have been a huge issue. That they're just, you just don't get that many credits, and honestly, training droids are actually right now, I don't think I have any here. Yeah, I think I'm stuck on my Emperor Palpatine at level 75 because I don't have any. I have like 4 training droids. That's it. That's all I can get. Like, I can't get higher than that. So huge. It's so crazy. You need all the soul battle things, and this is all stuff I'm probably going to make videos about, but it's been a challenge to know exactly who to farm, just because there's so much stuff that I have to farm. And eventually we want to get ready for proving grounds, obviously. So I mean that's not early. I don't know why I put that down actually. So otherwise, goals for this account, folks. I want to do. I'm going to be really working hard on having a really great mod score. I guess I'll pay attention to that this time. So I'll be doing 3 refreshes a day as a priority. I'll be doing that every time if I can afford it. This is going to be a PvP account just because I that's the, you know, GAC is awesome, and the rest of the game modes pale in comparison to that. When I have really good fleets this time, I kind of, on my current alt, like my Prevail Man account, have really dragged on having good ships. I want to make sure we have good fleets immediately and stay on top of them, so that's a priority. And then I really want to do off meta heavy, but we are going to actually go for a lot of efficient Galactic Legends right away, because that's kind of the path that CG has given us for this early game stuff. So here, let's actually look real quick. I'll show you guys. So there's this Lightspeed token. There's a chain of quests that they're giving us that we'll be able to get once we complete these quests, and I assume they're easy to accomplish. We're able to get Lightspeed tokens, and those Lightspeed tokens get us up to Relic 0. 7 stars, Relic 0 on these characters. And so, you know, initially we'll be able to get, like, the first quest today, the one that opens today, is going to be Hera and Sabine up to Relic 0, which I actually happen to have them at Relics already. So, kind of a waste a little bit. Or at least it'll feel like that. A couple weeks later, we can get Ezra and Chopper up to those relics. They're already relicked as well. But then after that, we'll also be able to get Captain Rex. And then at the end of each of these chains, like this is the chain 1, at the end of them, you're able to get the Rebel Lightspeed token up to for any rebel. So anyways, let me show you guys. I just wanted to show you kind of like, if you hadn't looked at that at the quest chain thing, I didn't think it was going to be that easy for you to see what's going on here. So all right, squads that I'm working on for initial success here, folks. Yeah, I suppose we can zoom in a little bit. All right, so we need Smuggler's Run. We need a team for that. So I'm farming Dash because I also, as you'll see in a little bit, I also really want to work on Star Killer. And then I want to farm Hondo. He would be really nice as a really good smuggler, and then of course he transitions to other good things. Skiff Lando, as you know, we need him for Jabba. Anyways, the question of course is, which Galactic Legend do we go for first? And we'll answer that in just a minute. But Skiff Lando is a piece to that puzzle for sure. So that's kind of the team I'm looking for, because I already have for one of those. I think this is I got these guys in the hyperdrive bundle. Is what I so veteran smuggler Han and Chewie are already like partially farmed. Hopefully this is enough to get at least our foot in the door for Smuggler's Run. We'll have to see. Okay, so of course we've also already gotten a 7-star because I got that Shadows of the Empire pass Lightspeed bundle. I was able to use, even though I don't really have mods on this account yet, not many at least, I was able to unlock Thrawn and Emperor Palpatine at Relic, or at 7 stars. Of course, I don't have Captain Rex up and running all the way yet, but rebels are important for a lot of reasons. They have an assault battle. They are just good for a lot of different reasons. So we want to work on those. Of course, we're just going to have these done here pretty soon. Empire, we needed these guys to be able to unlock R2-D2. I think I got R2-D2 up to 5 stars or something. He's unlocked at Gear 1. With early success, I'm climbing like crazy with Cup and Clone Wars Chewie. And then Jedi, I was able to unlock Grandmaster Yoda with a bunch of at 5 stars. His is like the easiest event ever, but yeah, Basti is there as the lead, of course, as she should be. And then eventually we're going to want the CLS unlock. So anyways, let's take a look at the requirements for Leia and Jabba here real quick. So we've got I mean, I don't need to bore you guys with the list. I'm not going to just read it out loud to you, but you can see there's 15 characters and then a ship for Leia. I mean, a lot of you are familiar with this, right? You can look at it in the journey guide. I really don't need to read it out loud to you. And then, of course, if we want to unlock Leia, we need CLS, and to unlock CLS, we need these guys here. Which is great because we need those for a Stormtrooper Luke team eventually anyways, kind of soon in the next 3 months. And then if we want to get Jabba, the fifth character on the first thing is Outrider, so that's Dash's ship, so we don't want to be farming Dash's ship as well because we're already going to have like a pretty decent Dash, right? And then, I mean, again, it's only 14 characters for Jabba. And then we have, you know, and then for Jabba, you also need Jedi Luke. So Jedi Luke has it's pretty steep requirements. You actually need 8 characters for that. But I mean, they give you so many bonus shards of Darth Vader early on that like I haven't farmed him at all, and he's already at 86 out of 100. So I expect that at some point the game will vomit up the last 14 shards that I need. So I'll be able to be done with him. Otherwise, as you'll see, a lot of these characters are kind of taken care of by the Lightspeed tokens that CG is magnanimously offering us. And then we also need C-3PO, so that needs 5 Ewoks. Looking at the quest chain, though, things that are going to be covered. So I know I breezed past that, but I'll show you guys. It'll be kind of a progression of, like, it's kind of like a sculpture or something. You know, you like slowly chisel your way out, like you make the broad shapes, and then you get more and more specific. So that's what we're going to do. So in terms of the Lightspeed token quest chain, so the first one is Hera and Sabine. Obviously, I don't need that. Ezra and Chopper are already relicked as well, and then Captain Rex. So I want to farm him. I do want to work on him. On the other hand, I'll have him in a couple weeks. And at relics. Same with Palpatine. We'll get him up to relics here pretty soon. I just wanted to get him to gear 12 so I'd have a usable team for GAC coming up tomorrow or whatever. And then it's also a Rebel Lightspeed token, so it could be Captain Drogon, it could be something else. He's just a placeholder. Then the second quest chain is going to be Jedi, so Snips and Jedi Anakin. Don't need to work on them anymore for now anyways. Then you get Mace and Shock T, which are both great additions. And then this is a cool one that I kind of overlooked the first time I was looking at all of these. Kelleran Beck is actually really important for a little bit later on, as you'll see. And then just a random Jedi, which could be Kyle Katarn, because we were talking about how we wanted to get Starkiller unlocked. And Kyle Katarn does cost Kyrotech, which is a great way to decide what to use a Lightspeed token on. If it costs Kyrotech beyond the Gear 12 piece, then Kyle Katarn, or so whoever does that, needs it. Grandmaster Yoda, obviously I'll need to get him to 7 stars, but by the time I get Ahsoka and Anakin and Mace and Shock T and Kelleran Beck and someone else up to Relic 7 stars, then I'll easily be able to get Grandmaster Yoda up to 7 stars, and the Lightspeed token for him will be applied, so he'll get up to Relic 0 as well. Then the next one is going to be Inquisition, which it is what it is. I mean, they'll probably be pretty good with the new Barriss character eventually once we get her, but all of them, plus eventually we'll get an Empire Lightspeed token, which we could put on Admiral Piet or someone else. It's probably going to be someone else. Just a fun side note. And then by the time we get these guys all up and running, then we'll have our 2D2 up to 7 stars, and we'll be able to get him to relics immediately as well. The next one are the Rebels, the Stormtrooper Luke team, which I already have a couple of them, but we'll also get Admiral Akbar. And all of these characters, including R2-D2, are what you need for Commander Luke. So we'll also get Commander Luke just kind of for free a little bit. And then we'll also get a droid of our choice with a droid Lightspeed token, which we'll talk about again. Then we have Bounty Hunters, which are all of the pilots that you need for the for Executor to be unlocked, which is cool, sort of. And then you even get a Bounty Hunter Lightspeed token, which could be like Chrysanthemum or someone else. And And then you also get the Chewbacca one. So you're also unlocking Chewbacca, which is great. And then the final one is Mandalorians. You get the OG Mando, Cara Dune, IG-80 or 11, Queel, and Grief. And then so you get a random Mandalorian one, which could be IG-12 or someone, and then you also get the thing for Bando. So a lot of cool unlocks here. It's a really cool chain. Now, just a brief look at these Executor versus Profundity. Which one should we go for? Like Vader, we're gonna have pretty soon. Piet obviously is a thing, and then these four, so you can see I'm also almost already done with the TIE Fighter pilot, and then these 4 bounty hunters will have Lightspeed tokens for. So we're almost handed Executor as well. Like obviously we're gonna need the ships for it and everything, but Executor is super duper easy if we just wait a little bit. Profundity's a little bit tougher though. We'll already have Dash done. We already have Hera done, and then we have to get all these other ones. There'll be 5 that it's kind of expensive, and they make a cool team. Like the AdRad team is cool and all. Maybe we'll work on that, but that's Profundity is just better right now, guys. It just is a better ship, but I mean, it's hard to say no to a free Executor. Like probably just go back to back with capital ships, honestly. So in terms of which Lightspeed tokens we want to go for the Rebel one, like options include all the stuff that I'm showing you, like AdRad we could get, or Biston or something, Jin, Captain Drogon, or Stormtrooper. Stormtrooper Han is a dumb one, actually. Don't do that. That's automatic. Actually, we're already getting a Lightspeed token for that. But probably gonna be Drogon because he's a requirement for Leia. For the Jedi one, we're probably going for Kyle Katarn. That's the one I had the toughest time with. A lot of the one, like we could get, like I think Hermit Yoda would also be an option. I don't know if it counts as a raid character or not, or a territory battle character or not, so we'd have to find out. Hermit Yoda would be a good one just because he costs extra. It takes a lot of, he's a special farm, he's tough to get, so he would be a good option. Kyle Katarn for eventual Star Killer, though, is also good. Empire Lightspeed token, probably just going to go with Scout Trooper because that's another requirement for Leia, and she also goes well with the Imperial Troopers team we'll eventually want to get for the for our eventual assault battle wins. For the droid one, this one is tricky because you could go for, there's a lot of droids that are kind of useful. Grievous is one that's a really tough guy to farm, actually. He's a rare farm on fleet nodes. So he's one that would be nice to just be able to have fully farmed. Probably just go for Chupio though, because he's part of that CLS squad and he's a requirement for Leia anyways. For bounty hunters, we could go with a bunch of them. Boosh would be a good one. Chrysanthemum would be a good one, just because they're requirement characters. Boosh is a requirement for both Jabba and Leia, though, so probably just going to go with Boosh, even though Chrysanthemum would be cool. Boosh probably beats the rest of them out. Embo is also nice because he's actually not required for Jabba. He's just really good with Jabba. And then finally for the Mando one, probably just go for IG-12. The only other real option, in my opinion, would be Paz. I think they're both about equal. Whichever one is harder to farm, I think, is the one I would want to go with. So, anyways, if we do all of these, the ones that I was just showing you guys, then okay. So here's the Leia requirements without. Here, wait, let's actually change, I think this will be a little bit better. Okay, so, here are the Leia requirements. If you, just farm them all normally, like, it's quite a few, 15, obviously, and then, if you don't go with that, here, let's actually go back to this, if you take all the things that I showed you guys, all the Lightspeed tokens that I wanted to use, then it's whittled down to 7 characters. Goes down from 15 to 7. And that's tremendous, actually. That's crazy. That's all. I mean, so it's 3 Ewoks, Administrator Lando, who I already got for that Shadows of the Empire Lightspeed bundle earlier, Captain Han, Rebel Officer Leia Organa, and Lobot. Not too bad. Like that's pretty pretty amazing, actually. That's not much that we need. And then, I mean, maybe I'll even be able to. I wonder if there's a cheap Ewok pack here. Should we just look at it, guys? Just an impromptu peek. Oh, we'd have to do like here. Look, we gotta go to the journey guide for this. Where are you, stupid C3PO? There you are. Here. No, we don't get a Lightspeed bundle for Ewoks. That's stupid. That I protest. Okay. Anyways, Leia's pretty cheap, guys. And honestly, I was telling everyone in a previous video that Jabba should be your first Galactic Legend, and I still think for the most part, if you're not doing this Lightspeed token bingo that they've given us, I think that that's what you should do. Jabba is just superior in a lot of ways on a lot of different game modes to Leia, but Leia is also amazing. She's the second best Galactic Legend, in my opinion, second to Jabba. And she has the good news is she has a ton of overlap with Jabba. So once we get Leia, then we can immediately, so you can see, here's Jabba's requirements, you know, the 14 characters. If we add, and then there's also, on top of that, we also have 8 more for Jedi Luke, because Jedi Luke is one of the requirements. And we also have C3PO, we have to have 5 Ewoks for that. So if we remove all of the Leia stuff and the Lightspeed token things that we've gotten, then we can have, so Jabba, the first row is the same, the second row is the same, so it doesn't seem like it's helping at all. But the awesome thing is, then it removes 3 things from the third layer. One of them being Boosh, the other 2 being something I don't remember. For Jedi Luke, though, we'll basically already have all the requirements for Jedi Luke. We'll just need Vader, which, I mean, he'll basically be done anyways, because we need him for Executor. And then Wampa we'll have to farm. And then we'll get Jedi Luke. And then for C3PO, we'll already have 3 Ewoks, so we'll just farm Paploo and Logray and call it good. We'll get Jabba pretty soon after we get Leia. So back to back, Leia to Jabba. And then here's the thing, and I put this on the thumbnail, and I wasn't lying, guys. I think so. While I'm working on these Leia requirements, I only have 7 that I need to work on, and all of them are different than Cantina farms. So what I'm gonna do, I'm going to start working on Nightsisters. So Nightsisters, a lot of these are just in the shops, like the early game shops, like Arena and whatnot. So Galactic War. So I'll farm the early stuff. Talzin, you know, Talzin's actually on the same square as Death Trooper Peridia. Or no, she's on the same square as one of, the same node as one of these guys. So that's real descriptive here. She's on the same as Merrick, which, as you'll see, that like there's a really great way to do this. So we'll work on the early Nightsisters, but kind of in a desultory fashion. Like, I'm not going to put a huge amount of effort into getting them relicked and stuff, like a little bit, but I mean, they are really nice, but they also play pretty well without, I mean, obviously with Relic Delta they're kind of screwed, but we'll just have to see. But the big thing is, like, they'll kind of just farm themselves in a lot of ways. Also, though, you can see I've already unlocked the Great Mothers. I'll need to farm Great Mothers and Morgan pretty early on, and then Spirit has her own mission that we get free shards for. Then if we farm Night Trooper and Death Trooper Peridia, which obviously this all takes a lot of time and it's not really connected to the Leia farm at all, but if we do that and we get Captain Enoch, that takes care of the assault battle that we'll want anyways, the Peridia Patrol one. So we want the assault battle anyways. And once we farm all these guys, we'll have the assault battle done, and we'll get the Grey Mothers team, which is great in every game mode. They are amazing. They kill everything. They kill a ton of stuff in GAC. They kill a ton of stuff I mean, even in Territory Wars, in Conquest, they are amazing. They do so much. So we're gonna get them, and once we do that, we'll have already farmed Merrick because we farmed Mother Talzin in the first place. And so we'll just farm Shin as well. I mean, they're all accelerated at this point. So we'll farm them. I already have a 7-star Grand Admiral Thrawn. and that'll lead me to getting Balin, which he's a counter to a ton of other things. He counters a couple Galactic Legends himself. He counters a ton of things in this game. It's an amazing team, and so we'll have a Great Mother's team. We'll have Nightsisters, like an OG Nightsister team, and we'll have the Night Trooper squad as well, and the Balin team. So really cool stuff. Starkiller is also something that we not want to be thinking about with Dash, and we'll probably have Kyle at Relics as well. And then we'll need to farm Darth Talon and Mara Jade. Mara Jade is one that I'm going to be farming a lot anyways, just so that we have an Emperor Palpatine squad that I can use early on. She's really strong, and then we can use them with the new Vader as well. And then the cool thing is here, guys, we'll also have a Bo-Katan squad as well. Because remember what I was saying? Remember the Keller and Beck one that's kind of seemed random? Like, why did we have this? He's part of the Bo-Katan Mandalore unlock requirements. And then we'll also have Bando done because we've already done his mission. We've already unlocked him, and they've given us the requirements. And then they give us one free Mandalorian, so we'll get Grogu or Paz. I don't know which one's harder to farm, but one of these two we'll get, and then the other one we'll farm, and then we'll get Bo-Katan Mandalore early on. So amazing early teams that we'll have then, guys. This is really cool. So we'll have the Phoenix squad, like we already kind of have it. Probably not going to put a ton of Zetas on. Dash early team with Queel and IG with Pirate King Hondo. We'll also have the Stormtrooper Luke team. I'm just using a Stormtrooper to stand in. Obviously, that's going to be eventually once we actually get those characters from the era battles or whatever the era is over with. We'll have the Emperor Palpatine squad with Starkiller probably. We might have Vader here as well. I don't really know exactly how that's going to look. We'll have the two Nightsisters squads that we can break into even smaller squads in threes, because that's how things work. We'll have the Balin team that eventually we can just fold the we can fold Dash and Hondo into that Balin squad. And then IG and Queel can just go be sad on the bench. And then we'll have the CLS team already, and we'll have a Bo-Katan squad. So early game, I mean, and then I didn't even show, like, we'll have a Jabba team and a Leia team. And I think this is all achievable, I don't know, within the first year, probably even earlier than that. I'm not totally sure, but that's the idea, guys. So phew, what do you think? I mean, and then in the middle, hopefully I'll have some time to farm like Dark Trooper and Veers so that I can start working on these soul battles. We got just, there's a ton of stuff to work on. And I'll buy some packs, not too many though. The Lightspeed token thing that the CG is doing is frankly amazing, and I'm really excited to try it. So lot of really cool stuff, like all the squads, like that seems pretty good. 2 Galactic Legends plus all this stuff. And then eventually, once I have enough mods and Zetas, then I'll try to get the Supreme Leader Kylo and Rey packs. And, I mean, this account will be pretty strong by then. I don't know. You know, try to get the 2 fleets so that we can have one good on offense, one good on defense, and try to climb out of Carbonite as early as we can. What are your thoughts, guys? Come hang out with me on live. There's links in the video description for Twitch. There's also going to be live on YouTube, though some of that's going to be members only, which is only like $2 a month, I think. So sign up today. Anyways, guys, that's it. I would love to hear your thoughts. Would you like me to try to make some kind of a new player guide using this strategy? Just out of curiosity, I'd spell it out probably a little bit more coherently. But anyways, that's it. This video is long enough. Thank you all so much for watching, and remember that in all things, XaerBear prevails. XaerBear prevails. Take care, folks.